These are the words of Chanoch's blessing, with which he blessed the chosen and righteous, who will be living in the day of trouble, when all the wicked and devilish are to be removed. He took up his parable, and said, Chanoch, a righteous one whose eyes were opened by Eloah, saw the vision of the Kodesh one in the skies. The Malachim showed me. I heard everything from them, and I understood what I saw, not for this family, but for a remote family, one that is to come. I spoke about the chosen ones, and took up my mashal concerning them. El Shaddai, HaKodesh, will come forth from his dwelling, and the ageless, Eloah, will tread out Haaretz, even upon Mount Sinai, and appear from his camp in the strength of his might from the Shalmaiah of Shamayim. He will smite all with fear, even the Erin will quake. Great horror and trembling will seize them to the ends of Haaretz, for the high mountains will be shaken and the high hills will be made low, and all of it will melt like wax before the flame. He will tear Haaretz completely in half. All upon it will perish. A sentence will be on all. But he will make shalom with the tzaddikim. He will protect the chosen, and mercy will be on them, for they will all belong to El. They will prosper and bless. He will help them all. Light will appear to them and he will make shalom with them. Look, he comes with 10,000s of his devoted, to execute justice upon all, and to destroy all the unrighteous, to convict all flesh of all the works of their unrighteousness that they have committed in unrighteousness, and of all the hard things that unrighteous criminals have spoken against him. Observe everything that takes place in the skies, how the lights do not change their orbits, and the luminaries that are in the Shamahim, how they all rise and set in order, each in its season, and do not contravene against their appointed order. Look to Haaretz, heed the things that take place upon it, from first to last, how steadfast they are, how none of the things upon Eretz change. You may see all the works of El. Look at summer and winter, how the whole Eretz is filled with water, the clouds, dew, and rain lie upon it. Observe and notice how, in the winter, all the trees seem as though dead. They had withered and shed all their leaves, except 14 trees that do not lose their foliage, but retain the old foliage from 2 to 3 years, until the new comes. Again, observe the days of summer, how the sun is above Haaretz, yet over against it. You seek shade and shelter because of the sun's heat, and Haaretz also burns with growing heat. So you cannot walk on the ground or on a rock because of its heat. Observe you how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit. Why do you not heed and know about all his works, and recognize how he that lives forever has made all things so? All his works go on this way from year to year and forever. Note all the assignments they complete for him. Their missions never change, but remain according to how El has ordained, so it is done. See how the sea and the rivers in like manner finish. Yet do not vary their tasks from his mitzvot. But you have not been dedicated, nor have you fulfilled the mitzvot of Yahuwah, but you have turned away, and spoken harsh words proudly against his greatness with your impure mouths. Oh, you hard-hearted ones, you will find no shalom. For this, you will detest your days to the outermost. Your life's years will quickly pass away. The times of your ruin will be multiplied by endless hatred. You will find no mercy. In those days, you will cause your names to be an endless abomination to all the tzaddikim. By your names will all who curse, and all the criminals and unrighteous will curse by you. And for you unrighteous ones, there will be a curse. All the humble will rejoice, there will be forgiveness of sins, and every mercy, and shalom and leniency. There will be salvation for them, and plenteous light. But for all of you criminals there will be no rescue, a curse will remain on you all. But for the chosen there will be light and joy and shalom. They will inherit Haaretz. Choice wisdom will be bestowed upon them. They will all live, and never sin again by unrighteousness or pride, for the wise will be humbled. They will not transgress again, nor will they sin all the days of their life, nor will they die by divine anger or wrath, but they will complete the full number of the days of their lives. Their lives will even increase in shalom, while their joyful years will be multiplied unto unending happiness and shalom, all those days of their lives. And it came to pass, when the children of humanity had multiplied, that in those days were born to them beautiful and wholesome daughters. So the Malachim, the children of Hasha-Mahim, saw them and lusted for them. They said to one another, "Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of humanity, and generate our own children." Shamyaza, their leader, said to them, "I fear you will not all agree to do this deed, and I will have to pay the penalty of a great sin alone." They all answered him, saying, "Let us all swear an oath, and bind one another with curses, so not to alter this plan, but to fulfill it." Then they all swore together, and all bound one another with curses to it. In all, there were 200, and they came down on Ardis, which is the summit of Mount Hermon in the days of Yared. They called it Mount Hermon, because on it they swore and bound one another with curses. These are the names of their leaders: Urahiba, Ramiel, Kokabiel, Damiel, Ramiel, Daniel, Ezkiel, Barachiel, Asael, Ahmaros, Enanel, Zakiel, Shamshiel, Shatuel, Hiruel, Yomiel, Erethiel, Sariel. These are their rulers of tens. Together with them, all the other Malachim took themselves wives, each choosing one, and they began to go into them and defile themselves with them. They taught charms and enchantments to them, also the cutting of roots to make them skillful with herbs. They became pregnant and they bore great giants, whose heights were 3,000 ells. They used up all the provisions of the people. When the people could no longer sustain them, these giants turned against them and devoured the people. They started to sin against birds, beasts, reptiles, fish, and then to devour one another's bodies, even drinking the blood. It was then that Ha-Eretz laid accusation against these lawless ones. Azazel taught people to make swords, knives, shields and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the ground, and the skill of working them for bracelets and jewelry. Azazel also taught the use of antimony for coloring the eyelids, along with all types of precious stones and coloring formulas. From this arose great unrighteousness. They committed immorality, they were led astray, they became corrupt in all their ways. Shamyaza taught cursing and root cutting, Amaros, curse lifting. Barakiel taught star signs, Kokohiel, star patterns, Ezkiel, cloud law, Arakiel, Eretz signs, Shamsiel, sun signs, and Seriel, moon pathways. As the people perished by all of these, they cried out, and their cry went up to Hashamahim. Then Mikael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down from the Shamahim, and saw much blood being shed on Ha-Eretz, and all the lawlessness wrought on Ha-Eretz. They said to one another, "The emptied out world has brought the voice of crying up to the gates of Ha-Shamahim." Now, the set part of the Shamahim, the Nepheshim, state their case to you, saying, "Bring our cause before the El." Here. And they said to Yahuwah, Ha-Olam, Sovereign of sovereigns, Elok, Elohim, Malek of Malachim, Ancient of Days, the throne of your Kahod is established before all the families forever, and your name is set apart, and wonderful, and blessed to all, forever. You have formed all, and have power over all. All are naked and open in your sight. You see all, and nothing can hide from you. You see what Azazel has done, the one who taught all unrighteousness in the world, and revealed the timeless mysteries kept in Shamahim, all that humankind has been striving to learn. You see Shamyaza, the one you gave the authority to rule over his peers. They have gone into the daughters of the people of Ha-Eretz and have reclined with these women, defiling themselves and revealing all manner of sins to them. These women have given birth to Rephaim. The whole Eretz has filled up with blood and unrighteousness by them. And now, look, The Nefeshim of the dead are calling out, making their case to the gates of Sharmigim. Their laments have ascended, and cannot be stopped because of the lawless works wreaked on the world. But you know all events before they happen. Though you know them, you allow them, and you do not tell us what to do to about it. Then spoke High Elion, the Kodesh and Exalted One, and he sent Uriel to Lahuk's son, saying to Uriel, Go to Chanoch and tell him in my name, Sir, hide yourself away. Reveal the approaching end to him. A deluge will come suddenly upon the whole Eretz, and the whole Eretz will be destroyed. The flood will obliterate all that is in Ha Eretz. Now teach Chanoch how he may escape, so that his seed might be preserved for all future families of the world. Then Yahuwah spoke to Raphael again. Bind Azazel, hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, make a mouth in the desert of Judah and plunge him in. Lay rough and jagged rocks on him, blanket him with darkness, and let him remain there forever. Cover his face so he cannot see the light. Then on the great day of judgment, Azazel will be cast into the fire. Then heal Ha Eretz, that the Nephilim have corrupted. Proclaim the amelioration of Ha Eretz, that they might heal the plague, so all the children of humanity might not perish by all the hidden knowledge the Iran have revealed and taught their offspring. The entire world has been corrupted by the works taught by Azazel, ascribed to him all sin. Then Yahuwah spoke to Gabriel, proceed against the illegitimate and the degenerate, against the children of immorality, even the children of the Iran, from among humanity, and make them go away. Send them against each other so they may destroy one another in combat. They will not be granted length of days. No appeal to you will be granted them, or to their fathers on their behalf. They hope to live forever, but each will live but 500 years. Then Yahuwah said to Mikael, Go, find Shemyaza and his associates who have joined with women, and thus defiled themselves with them in all their uncleanness, when their sons have slain each other, and they have seen the ruin of those they love. Chain them tightly for 70 generations in the low places of Ha Eretz, until the day of their judgment and of their conflagration, a verdict that consumes them forever. In those days they will be led to the fire pit, to the anguish and the confinement that will last forever. Whoever else is condemned to destruction will be bound together with them until the end of all the families. Exterminate all the Ruakim of these degenerates, the children of the Iran, for they have victimized humankind. Destroy all immorality from the face of Ha Eretz and let every evil work end, so the planting of righteousness and truth may emerge. This will ultimately prove to be a blessing, for works of righteousness and certainty will surely be planted in verity and joy forevermore. Then all who are tzaddikim will escape death and will live until they bring about thousands of children. They will complete all their days, their youth, and their old age, in perfect shalom. Then will the whole Eretz be turned over in righteousness, and Ha Eretz will be planted with trees and be filled with blessings. Just all the pleasing trees will be planted upon it, and they will plant vines on it, and the vineyards they plant will yield an abundance of wine. Each measure of seed sown there will yield 1,000, and each measure of olives will yield 10 presses of oil. Cleanse Ha Eretz from all oppression, of all lawlessness, from all sin and unrighteousness. Destroy all the uncleanness wrought upon Ha Eretz. Then all the children of humanity will become righteous, and all tribes will offer adoration and will praise to me, or will worship me. Since Haaretz will be cleansed from all defilement, from all sin, from all condemnation, from all torment, I will never again send such judgment upon it, from begetting to begetting and forever. In those days, I will open the store chambers of blessing that are on Ha-Shamayim, to send them down upon Haaretz, over the work and labor of the children of humanity. Truth and shalom will be bound together throughout all the days of the world, and throughout all the families of humanity.